Thank you. It's such an honor to be able to introduce Ed Arnzen. Before I get started, though, I have a letter that someone has sent and asked for us to read. I think this would be special to you, Ed. It's from Sandy Heichschmidt Garcia. Sandy writes, "It's with deep regret that I cannot be here tonight to celebrate Coach Ed Arnzen's induction into the Hall of Fame. I'm sure I speak on behalf of coaches, former players who are here, and those who could not be present. As a student athlete, your coaches and teammates are your family during the college years. You spend the majority of your college career around this group of people. You're a really lucky athlete if you are blessed with a coach like Coach Arnzen. When I came in as a college freshman in 1983, Coach Arnzen was beginning his first year as a women's basketball coach. It was a real transition from coaching male athletes. He had a vision for the program, and we were along for the ride. Trusting in his vision led to success on the court. There were challenges and there were victories. He took the program from a top Division II program into a second in the nation finish to a Division I program. His basketball intellect was second to none. He knew how to teach it. He knew how to motivate. He knew how to win. His win-loss record alone is enough for him to be inducted, but there was more to what his players gained than just learning the game from him in wins and losses. Day in and day out at practices, during games, on the bus, talking to the media, he taught us so much more. He taught us how to be respectful, how to be accountable, how to give and receive credit, how to win and lose with class. He taught us teamwork and an appreciation for the opportunity we had because of basketball. A big one for me was he taught us punctuality. I remember my freshman year, I was late for team pictures. I assure you I was never late again in the next 4 years. I still recall him saying, if you're arriving on time, you're 15 minutes late. I also recall that. I also recall him reminding us when it was late in the season and we were tired, injured, and a little beat up, that there were many teams that had hung up their shoes, and we should appreciate that we were still playing. He advocated for us, he encouraged us, he pushed us to do better and be better in the classroom and on the basketball court. He was proud of our accomplishments. I think it's a testament to his mentorship, the number of his former players that went into teaching and coaching. I know when I speak to some of them, they admit that they're using the same drills and philosophies Coach Arnzen taught them. I'm proud to say I played for Coach Arnzen. It was an honor and a privilege. He's always been a Hall of Famer in my book, and I'm very happy to see him inducted into the SEMO Hall of Fame. It is well deserved. Congratulations, Coach Arnzen. That's from Sandy. Sandy played, and Sandy was also a graduate assistant here for a couple of years. And I think she speaks for really all of us. I think another testament to what Ed has meant to his former students, athletes, coaches. There are a number here tonight to witness and be part of this induction with Coach Arnzen. And I know that you put that footprint in each of our hearts. And I met Ed back in 1985. I was young, just finishing graduate school, looking for my first job. I had some ideas about where I wanted to be, what kind of program I wanted to be in. Quite frankly, I didn't intend to accept the position here. It was my first interview, and I was just coming to get experience. Early the morning of the interview, he pulled up to Drury Hotel and picked me up in that that red Bronco. The players will remember. And we started driving around Cape and the campus. We actually drove by this facility, except it was just a pile of dirt at the time. But he promised me there would be a basketball arena here someday. I knew when I left that afternoon, if he offered me the job, I was going to jump on it. Because not only did I fall in love with the program, but I really, really liked Coach Arnzen. He was down to earth. He was a human being. I could tell he cared about his players. And one thing that I was looking for as a young coach was somebody who knew the game, somebody I could learn from. And that's who he is. That's who he was. Obviously, he's a winner. You could look at the banners. You could look at the wins and losses. That was important, obviously, but there was so much more. Coach Arnzen began his high school career, his coaching career across the river, I believe, in Century, Illinois. I didn't write this down. He moved on to Notre Dame High School, coached there. He went to the Final Four with the boys team. Came over, coached with Coach Williams, I think, for a year or two. Had an opportunity to coach with Coach Shumate with the men's team as an assistant. And then he saw the light and moved to women's basketball. He had an outstanding career. Again, lots of wins, 340 years, runner-up finish in the Division II our last year. And let me tell you, that was not an easy season. There were obstacles that team had to overcome that really the public never knew about. Coach Arnzen said, come with me, we're going to get it done. And our team did. You know, I could go on and on, I could tell stories. As I'm sitting here, I'm thinking the words play hard comes to mind, and not just play hard, play hard! When our team would get a little tired, sometimes it was rub a little dirt on it, a little injured, rub a little dirt on it. I see the players remembering that. So many good times, so many times on those long bus rides home. The thing that I enjoy the most, I think, when I think back working with Ed, one of the things I enjoyed so much, first thing in the morning, come into the office, grab a cup of coffee, and head into his office and sit down. We would talk about practice that day, an upcoming game, maybe a recruit that I had seen the night before. But we talked about a lot more than basketball. We talked about life. Ed Arnzen started as my boss, my employer, but he became a mentor and a friend. It's with great pleasure and honor that I introduce Coach Ed Arnzen.